I'm Messy Coder here. Welcome to the second part of my Scriptable Objects skill tree system tutorial for Unity. Sit back, enjoy, get your axes, and I'll see you guys in a second. Hi everyone, welcome back to the second part of my Scriptable Objects skill tree system for Unity. So let's pick up where we left off. Right, let's right click, create RPG generator, player create skill. I'm going to call this one Iron Flesh. And here's our skill. We've got description, increases endurance by 10. We've got here an icon. Let's choose this one. Level needed, level 1. You need to have at least 20 XP. Affected attributes 1, and it's going to be endurance. Amount 10, because we said increases it by 10. Lovely job, mate. Right, that's our first skill. Well, I've made actually 3 folders here, level 1, level 2, level 3, to make it a little bit easier to manage. So I've got athletics, iron flesh, and tracking as my level 1 skills. Actually, that should be 10 instead of 20. So, and then I go to my level 2 skills. I've got power lift, and I've got a shield, and I've got tactics. Oh, we need an icon for tactics. Let's use this amulet for tactics. Don't ask me why. And then we've got level 3, which has got leadership, power strike, and weapons master. That's our skills just for this simple test. I'm going to save, make sure nothing horrendous happens. Right, let's pop back over to Bob, and if Bob's here in this player stats script rather, we're going to have another list under here of all the skills that he's got. Now we don't need to have anything fancy like this, it just needs to be a naked list of skills. So let's pop back into our player stats script, and underneath here let's put another header and say player skills enabled. Yeah, something like that, and we'll have a public list of skills, and it's gonna be called skills, shall we? Player skills equals new list skills and brackets. There we go. Let's save that. Just to show you what it's going to be like inside Unity, we pop back over here and we say 2. This guy's got athletics and he's got iron flesh. Those are the skills he's currently got. If we go 0, he's got no skills. So that's where we're going to store our skills for our player. Right, I've paused it for a little bit and I ran off and I made some really crude UI. Now I'm also just going to create an empty object here. I'm going to call this player because we're going to just do a little bit of tidying up and drop Bob into there. We're also going to add in my little canvas. So basically all I did, I right clicked, create, here we go, right clicked UI, and I clicked on panel and it automatically will create a canvas for you. Show you, here you go. It also drops in this event system. Let's just get rid of that one and I'll drop in the one that I made. So here's my event, here's my canvas here, and we just show you how it looks. So here's my canvas and I've got level 1 skills, level 2, level 3. These are the ones that we saw here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. But there's nothing actually in there yet. They're all empty. And if I open this up, you can see, here we go. Here's one of the skills. And that one skill is made up of this icon. It's got a name. It's got the attribute that you're going to increase, how much it's going to increase by, what level you need to be able to get this skill, and how much XP you need for this skill. And there's a couple of rules that are going to be in this skill here that we're going to have. We're going to say that if it's if you don't have the ability to have, or the XP or the level to get this skill, then it's going to be a slightly different color. if you do have the XP and the level high enough to get this, but you don't have this skill yet, then it'll be enabled, and it'll be a slightly different color, and you can click it. Then once you've clicked it, then it will be fully active, and it will affect your stats. So it's all lovely. To do that, we need to create a couple more scripts in our messy space folder. We also need to edit a couple of scripts that we have already made in this tutorial. Right, so while the kids are screaming, let's create another C# script, and I'm going to call this one player handler, and we're going to attach player handler to this player here. So let's just put him here for now. Here's our player handler. We don't need these, all we need is the Unity engine. We're going to add in our namespace, messy space. We're going to get rid of this bit here, and with the magic of pause and play, we're just going to have some code magically appear. So we've got the player stats variable for player, that's going to be Bob. Here's our canvas that we're going to drop in here, serialized private field, and this is a little ball here to say that if you can see the canvas or not, and every time I click tab, I'm going to toggle between seeing the canvas or hiding the canvas. Very simple, lovely. Okay, saving that, pop back into Unity. So now we want to create a skill display. Alright, and we're going to put the skill display on this skill here. So I'm just going to drag this fellow over here, and we're going to pop into our favorite editor, and we're going to start doing a little bit more code. So I'll see you in a second. As before, we're going to put our namespace messy space, and here we go. And I'm just going to pause it again and stick a load of code in, and I'll see you in a second. See, I've got this red squiggly underlines here. We need to edit the skills file, so let's open back up our skills file, and I'm just going to pause again. There we go, we've got a load of code put into our skill file, so let's just save that. Okay, so I put comments as much as I can throughout, so hopefully that will help you. This first method that I've got, set values, is a nice easy one. All it's doing is populating the UI with values from our scriptable object for our skill. We've got a bit of error handling in here, so at the moment I don't have a description in the UI, but it doesn't matter because we've got here an if statement that says if it can't find the UI for skill description, then it won't try to populate it. If it does find something, then it will populate it. Job's a good one. Okay, check skills is a nice little ball. All that checks is to make sure that the player's got enough LP, XP and level to be able to get the skill, and if he does, then you will use that later over here in the skill display. Enable skill, another nice one that we're going to use in the skill display, another ball that checks to make sure that does the player currently have the skill. If he does have the skill, well, then we'll enable it because he's already got it. Get skill, this we're going to be using it on a button, so we're saying okay, now I want to click on this skill and I want to get it. And what happens when you get the skill? We check to see all of the attributes that this skill has, and while we're checking each one, we then check all of the attributes that the player has, and when we find that they match, well, then we add the current amount of the attribute that the player has with the amount that this skill is going to increase it by. And then we've got this little I++ here to basically then say that we have found at least one of these attributes. And when it's finished going through all of the attributes that this skill has, it then says, okay, did I find anything? So is it greater than 0? Yes, I did find something. Okay, then we're going to need to reduce the XP by how much this skill cost us. And we're also going to add this skill to the list of skills the player has. And then I'll return true. Otherwise, we return false and we get out. But inside the player stats script, I've changed it a little bit so that we can put a listener on the XP and on the level, and that when these do increase, then the UI will change automatically. To do that, we're playing about with the properties, and we've got here get, so it's returning m_player XP, which is the private integer, like we always do in Ultimate Survival. And if it's got a set here, then it's setting the value, and it's also going to call this on change if the value has changed. Now, same with the level, and then down here we've got these delegates that we've got for the listeners, and I've also put like a temporary little button here that I'm going to use, and that's going to update our level and our XP so we can see how it works. Okay, and just before we pop back into the skill display script, let's pop back inside Unity, Alright, back inside Unity, you see the canvas. We need to drag our canvas with Bob here so it's under the player. And now if we look at the player, we've got here our player handler script. We want to drag the canvas there, and we also want to drag Bob there. Okay, so now this player has got this player handler, and Bob, the player stat script for Bob is there, and the canvas is there. Let's go back into our favorite script editor and play about with the scripts. So if we go down to the start, you can see here that we've got the player handler. It makes sense now. So because this skill display sits on an object which is a child of the player handler controller, so we can now grab the player handler script. But because I've made it serializable, we could just drag and drop Bob into here in the editor, but I don't know, it's whichever you want to do. Okay, these two bits here, react to change, you can see it being called. These are for the listeners, so that when you do change your XP as you're playing the game, it will you might have the window open for your skill. So if you do, then you would have the icons update automatically. Otherwise, you would only update if you closed and opened the window, and which it's not fantastic. So this little listener here, it makes it a little bit more usable. So when our skill display loads up for the first time on the start, well, we need to call our set values that we played about with here. So where's the set values? So you see this set values that was inside our scriptable object. Now we can call him from the skill display. So we say skill.setValues. That's because it's calling this skills here, and we're passing through this game object and the player handler. And now we're going over to enable skills. So enable skills, we're checking first of all, do I already have this skill? If I've got the skill, then I might as well have the icon visible, and I can't click it because I've already got it. If I don't have that skill, but I can acquire it, so I've got enough XP and I'm a high enough level, well, the button's going to be interactable, so I can click it and thus get the skill. But I will change the color a little bit, and I'm changing the colors by hiding and showing different UI elements, which is not the best way of doing it, but you know, it's a very quick tutorial, and I'm sure you can find a better way of doing it. Now, if I can't do either of those, then I'm turning off the icon, the skill icon, so you can't use it. So basically, it's disabled. So we spoke about the on enable. Let's pop over to get skill. Now, get skill is a method that we're only going to use when you click on the icon, and that will reward you with the icon. And that is calling again the skill.getSkill, passing through the player handler. So it was this one that we spoke about earlier. Where is it? Get skill. Here it is. Because it's a bool, I'm calling it with an if, and then I'll get the true or I'm getting the false. Now we've got our turn skill icon on. So all this does is it sets the interactable to be false, so you can't click it anymore, and it turns off these two other UI elements that change the color. Now, turn off skill icon, again, make sure that interactable is false. The difference is that these two UI elements are true, and therefore the icon has got a slightly different color. Alright, that's everything that we played about with here. Oh, that was long and tiring, so let's pop back into Unity. Alright, I just want to show you this little button here. So this button is just for testing and playing about with. And if I drag in Bob, let me drag in Bob, and no function, we're going to be player stats, and it's going to be update level, and I drag in Bob again here, and we'll do player stats update XP. And now every time I click this button, it'll update my level by 1, and it'll update my XP by 10. Yeah, good. Okay. Now back over to these, and this is just for us to play about and to test it. So it's not actually for the game. Otherwise, because when you're playing the game, you'll be leveling up and you'll be getting XP as you're playing. We don't have a game to play it, so there's no way of doing it other than something like this. Okay, so back into here, we've got, just recap, we've got our player, and we've got the script player handler. We've dragged Bob, our player, over to there, and we've dragged our canvas onto there. If we go to our canvas, it's all nice and pretty, and we can disable this later when we want to start so that it's not visible straight away. The level 1, level 2, level 3 is just, we'll just separate that way so we can put our skills in there. So if I go to the skill, which is one of these, each one of these, so you see a skill here and a skill there. So if I'm on this skill, this is actually going to be clickable. It's a button. So what we do is we drag over our skill here. We click on no function. We click skill display and we click get skill. And that's it. Now when I click it, it's going to get me the skill. Here we're just going to drag in name to skill name. Description, I don't have anything in there, but you can just add it. Icon, the attribute is going to go there. The amount is going here. Level on the level. XP needed on XP needed. Player handler, you don't need to do it because it'll do it automatically. Just put that in there while I was mucking about. You can turn it off from being serializable. And we also need to put a skill. So if I go to my project and I choose athletics. Lovely. Okay, athletics is in there. So what we've got here now is this skill is the athletics one because I've just dragged it in. So pretty much like hardwired now to be athletics. We've dragged over all these elements from the UI into the script so it knows how to populate them. We've made sure that we've got the button having our skill, this one in particular, dragged in. We said skill display and we've set it to be get skill. And just to test, we've got a button here that we've got our update level and update XP on there. Alright, let's just click save and click play, see if it works so far. I've got no errors kicking up. Let me just change my layout. Okay, so now I've got my layout here. Let's open this up. Go back to Bob. So make sure this is Bob and button, lock the button here. I can't click it because I don't have enough XP and I don't have, well, I've got high enough level on level 1. See level 1, but I've only got 1 XP and I need 10 XP to get this. Our agility is currently 10. We have no skills currently. Now if I click this button, I've now got 11 XP, so I've got enough to get this skill. I don't currently have this skill, and if I see here, agility 10, if I click it, it's now changed colour. My agility has gone up to 20. My XP has gone back down to 1 because I've used up that 10 XP, and I can now see athletic skill is in my list of skills. Wonderful! Isn't that lovely? There you go. So let's start filling up the rest of them like we did this one. So I'll pause it and I'll just fill in the rest and I'll see you in a second. Okay, so I've put in all of these nice little icons and then all the values. Let's put our XP to 20 to get us started. And one thing I forgot to do is turn off the canvas. So we've hidden the canvas. Now when we click play, we'll see Bob. And if I click tab on my keyboard, I'm bringing up my UI. If I click tab again, it goes away. Very ugly, but there you go. And I've got enough XP. Where's Bob? Bob. Let's lock you so we can see Bob. So we've got enough XP that we can. Oh, let's make that button 20. So every time we click that button, we get 20 XP instead of 10. I've got 20 in my pocket. I'm a level 1, which means I can get 2 of these. I'm going to get. What's my athletics at the moment? My agility is 10, so if I get athletics, my agility will go up by 10, so I'll have 20. I've got no skills here. Let's just preview there, 0. If I click it, now it's bright green because I've disabled those 2 UI elements, and it's, if you look inside here, you can see disabled and available. This one here, disabled and available, are both turned off, and this one's got disabled, turned off, but available is turned on, and that's why these are slightly different coloured than these, because these have got both of those enabled. And to prove it, let's just pop over here and I'll open up icon parent, and there you can see both of these are on. That's why these are a different colour. Very bad way of doing it, but it works, you know what I mean? It was a very quick one. Alright, let's spend another bit of XP and get Iron Flesh. Now I've got athletics and Iron Flesh that you can see in the bottom right hand corner, but I can't afford anything else. That's not good. Let's click our magic button. We've gained some more XP. Now I'm at level 2. I can get these. Let's get a bit more XP. And alright, let's buy this one. Here we go. I've maxed out on level 1. I didn't need to, because we haven't got dependency. We haven't said you need to get all 3 before you can get one of these. We can add that. We could even add you need to get these 2 before you can get this one. Something like that. You know, we could do that in another video if you want. Let's add some more XP. Now I'm at level 5 and I've got 70 XP. I can spend as much as I want. I'm going to go straight to getting a level 3 skill in leadership. That's just naughty. And there's leadership. Now my reason has got plus 20, so I've got quite a bit of reason now. We had 10 to start with. I gained 10 here. Now I got another 20, so I'm at 40 reason. I'm an intelligent, reasonable kind of fellow. Powerlift. Let's spend some money on powerlift. Now I can't afford these anymore, but we've got powerlift, so we're strong. And I've got my endurance, and I can't get anything else. It's our game. Let's just max out. Load of XP. I've got 260 XP, level 18, and I've got everything. I'm as happy as can be. Look at all these lovely skills I've got. Well, that's it. And if I click tab, it's gone away, and there's Bob. Click tab, it's back again. See, it's still kept it. And every time I click tab, let's stop it and start it, and I'll show you what I mean. Every time I click, let's click this magic button. So here's the magic button. So every time I click tab, it checks again to see, do I have enough skills? Do I have enough XP to be able to turn these on and off? Doesn't need to because it's got the listener here, but I did it as a little bit of error handling just to be safe. If there's ever anything wrong with this listener, at least we'll know that every time you open up your skill UI, it would call that method. Let's just max out again. Love it. Boom. Look at that. I can't untick them because these are skills. I can't unlearn skills. We could program that in if you wanted. That's more something for abilities or something like that. But what do you think? That's it. We've got here a very simple skill management system. We can even make it more complex. So you've got dependencies that to be able to get this, you need to already have this one. Or to get this, you need to have these 2. We could extend this as much as we want. Okay guys, that's it. The editing of this is going to be a nightmare, so if I have missed anything when I'm editing, if I accidentally leave something on the cutting room floor, don't worry, you'll be able to download this entire package, and there's a load of comments in my code, so hopefully you'll be able to find it a bit better than I have told you in this video. So guys, that's it for now. If you do like it, do tell all your friends, your neighbours, and I've just started streaming. I had my first ever stream. I want to say a big thank you to everyone who popped in and watched my first ever stream on YouTube. Really do appreciate it. I was very nervous. I was playing a game, Black Desert Online, with a friend of mine. He's on Twitter. I Function with Coffee is his Twitter handle. I'll put a link in the description below for you to click on if you want to check him out. Give him a follow. We appreciate that. Spread the love. So guys, that's it for now. If you do like it, click it. Till next time. If you want to see more of my crazy videos, click on the left side of your screen now, and down below there's that big juicy subscribe button, and right next to it is the magic bell that if you click it, it will tell you if I've got a new video coming out. Till next time.